सोचिए, दो अपार्टमेंट्स हैं, सेम सिटी, सेम neighborhood and similar rent. Walk inside the first apartment and you'll find someone earning $95,000 a year. It features a 75-inch TV on the wall, a leather sectional, and closets packed with clothes that still have the tags attached. But this person checks their bank account with a knot in their stomach. They live exactly 2 missed paychecks away from a total crisis. The second apartment belongs to someone earning $52,000 a year. Inside, there is a modest couch, a reasonably sized TV, and intentional space. When they check their bank account, they feel a calm confidence. They have 18 months of expenses saved. The person earning nearly half the income has 10 times the financial security. Standard budgeting advice often fails to explain this gap, yet the disparity is real. इस खेल में कुछ तो ऐसी बात है which most people never understand. We are taught to view financial struggle as an income problem. We assume the first person just needs a promotion or a raise to finally find their footing. Instead, these apartments reveal the gravity of our possessions. High earners often find themselves trapped in a cycle where every new dollar earned is immediately claimed by the high-maintenance lifestyle they've already built. Escaping that cycle requires recognizing that everything you buy costs you twice. The purchase price on the receipt represents nothing more than the entry fee. The second cost is the literal rent you pay to store items you rarely use. A treadmill takes up about 20 square feet of floor space. In a standard urban apartment, that translates to $600 every year in implicit rent for what usually becomes a coat rack. Beyond the floor space, every object demands a slice of your mental energy. It needs to be cleaned, organized, insured, and eventually disposed of. This visual clutter is proven to spike cortisol levels, stressing you out in ways you may not consciously perceive. Finally, there is the massive toll of opportunity cost. That $15,000 home gym setup could have been $15,000 in an index fund, growing into $50,000 or more over 15 years. When we buy things we don't need, we trade away the growth of our future resources. आपको लगता है आपने सिर्फ एक ऑब्जेक्ट खरीदा है, but actually आपने अपनी future freedom गिरवी रख दी है. The owner of the second apartment survives on a lower income because they rely on a framework of calculated math rather than a sense of deprivation. They look at the cost per use before any purchase. A $400 jacket worn 200 times costs $2 per wear, while a $200 jacket worn twice costs $100. The higher price tag often reveals the better mathematical value. They also apply the replacement test to the items they already own. Look at your belongings and ask, if this disappeared today, would I spend my money to buy it again? If the answer is no, the item has negative value. It exists in your life through pure inertia, taking up space and energy without providing any corresponding benefit. Another rule is to never upgrade out of boredom. Replacing a functional phone just for a slightly better camera is wealth destruction disguised as progress. When this pattern is applied to cars, furniture, and electronics, the cumulative waste easily exceeds hundreds of thousands of dollars over a working lifetime. Staying wealthy requires engineering an environment that creates friction for spending. Relying on willpower is a losing strategy because willpower eventually fades when we are tired or stressed. Effective friction means deleting shopping apps, removing saved credit cards, and enforcing a 24-hour waiting period for any non-essential purchase. These systems make the right choice the easy choice. By making impulse spending physically difficult, you ensure that your wealth isn't drained by fleeting emotions. High earners struggle because they often fail to define what enough looks like before they start earning. This leads to lifestyle creep, where expectations expand alongside income. Without a target, a person earning $300,000 can feel just as strained as someone earning $80,000. जब तक आप enough define नहीं करेंगे, ये रेस कभी खत्म नहीं होगी. The solution is to decide which home, car, and wardrobe genuinely meet your needs, then stick to those standards rather than constantly moving the goalpost. Once you cap your lifestyle, every new dollar earned bypasses consumption and flows directly into building wealth. This creates a finish line. It transforms future raises into a rapid accelerator for financial independence rather than just another reason to buy more stuff. Conventional success is measured by the visible accumulation of cars and houses, but a more practical measure of wealth is optionality. Optionality is the power to leave a toxic job, take a 6-month sabbatical, or move to a new city without financial panic. These choices are only available to those who have built a margin between their income and their expenses. Money locked in an excess house or a car you don't need is resources that cannot buy your freedom when you need to make a pivot. Both of the apartment lifestyles we started with are available to you right now, regardless of your current salary. Living with less provides a level of clarity that high-consumption lifestyles cannot offer. Ultimately, you must choose whether you will own your possessions or if you will allow your possessions to own you.